the tradition of bringing the beer up with you. First of all, we should do introductions. Luke's got a girlfriend here. Backed by popular demand here. My 40 lessons I've learned from Dad in 40 years. Number 1, don't fight the bear trap. It's useless. Number 2, sometimes might does make right because a left jab can be a good way to settle an argument. Number 3, 1 bullet should equal 1 dead deer. 4, deer will cross where the fence is the lowest. Number 5, shoot the big bucks before the violators. Number 6, about every 10 steps stop, check your compass and look for deer. 7, always believe your compass is right, you are wrong. Number 8, partridge come out on the roads after rain, and you can get close to them in a car. Number 9, if there are 2 partridges in a tree, shoot the highest one first, the other won't fly away. 10, that damn north wind is cold, no matter which direction it comes from. Number 11, big snow, little snow, big snow. 12, work hard every day. No one can do your job as well as you can yourself. 13, you don't need a doctor, just tough it out. 14, just don't let yourself cough and you won't need to cough. 15, canoes are dangerous. 16, play to win. 17,
tripod would be wonderful.
Keep your eye on the ball. 18, it's easier to run in after a fly ball than it is to run back after one. Number 19, it can be fun to tease people a little. 20, keep your hair short. 21, be generous. Share and share alike. 22, a promise made is a debt unpaid. 23, behave or you'll be sold to the Indians. Behave or you'll be sold to the Indians. 24, don't waste food, eat everything on your plate. 25, the best meal at the Richmond Center auction is the cheese and crackers from the vending machine. Number 26, a hamburger at home is as good as a steak at the Ojibwa Club. 27, get a good deal on everything, especially things like shoes and coats. 28, everything costs way too much, except the cars at River Brothers. 29, go for Sunday morning and evening rides. 30, a front-wheel drive Escort can go any place with four-wheel drive pickup. 31, the only quality a car really needs is to be a good runner, although cold air is nice. 32, it's okay if the gas gauge says you're on empty, you probably have enough gas to make it. If you push a junk car or old tires over a hill, they will disappear. A thief would never think to look on the floor of a car for the key. There are 3 signs of old age. 1, your sight gets poor. 2, you start to lose your hearing. I can't remember the third. 36, fish don't bite when the wind is out of the northwest. 37, when trout fishing, you can get a bite, count to 5 slowly, then give it a jerk. 38, keep your feet dry and they will stay warm. 39, save your money. Number 40, provide for your family.
Matt, there's a chair there.
I gave a lot of talks for the Marshall Clinic around the state of Wisconsin.
I might have to do that.
Is it's never good to go after the best people
had two hobbies that he's had a great passion for. One has been baseball, and the other has been deer hunting. And I'm here tonight to talk about deer hunting. If I would tell all of the Herman Gerber deer hunting stories, we could be here all night. But we're going to keep this pretty brief. Dad has passed all of his hunting traits to his sons and grandsons. How and where we hunt is Dad's creation. How we read a compass. How you take so many steps, stop, and line up with a tree. That is where Dad showed us. Stop next to a tree so you can lean against the tree if the deer comes by and make a better shot. How we make a drive. Going through the woods, you go slow, you look for the deer. When we're on a stand, what you do there? Hide behind the tree, keep quiet, and brush the leaves away from the tree. These are all things Dad taught us. Even how we eat in the woods. Swiss cheese sandwich in tin foil and cook it over a fire. We still do that today, what Dad did 50 years ago. Maybe the only thing we've improved on was the clothing and the footwear. All of the drives we make were created by Dad. Where we start, where we end. And then he took us to Camp 4, which turned out to be a hunter's paradise. We liked it so much we bought it. Dad really excelled at deer hunting. He shot big bucks with one shot. His defining moment in deer season probably was in 1973 when he shot the big buck. All of us who were there still remember that day and what a fun day it was. And I guess the biggest thing is that passion has brought down to all of us, the grandsons and the sons. I remember one night the day I shot a buck, and that night I was celebrating really hard. And Pat would always like to start an argument, and he said, so you think you're a really good hunter, Jim, don't you? Yeah, I'm satisfied. He said, well, when it comes to deer hunting, you're no Herman Gerber. And I couldn't argue with him that time. He was right. But Dad, from all the grandsons and the sons and everybody who's ever hunted in Lone, or has ever hunted with Lone Pine, a big thank you.
When I first started, I welcomed you to Herman's first annual Hog Wild Party. And we actually did a second, but unfortunately, somebody's interfering with the third weekend in October next year. Amber has chosen that date for her wedding, so we'll just go Hog Wild at Amber's wedding. Amber? Hey. I'm going to try to talk really loud so you guys can hear me back there.
What?
Yeah. I'm a Gerber woman and I know my voice carries to the back. I decided to say a little bit about having ties, all of our grandfathers. I know that a lot of the stuff that I talk about is going to be pretty similar to Dave's, because I think whether you grew up as Herman Gerber's child or as a grandchild, you pretty much did all the same things. So if you've ever been to or even heard of Dirty John's, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever driven a diamond in the rough, you might be Herman Gerber's grandchild. If you know what the inside of the witch's house looks like, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you know that the top of the world is located about 3 miles from Excellence, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever seriously considered driving a 1982 Escort to Alaska and back, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever watched an entire boxing match because you were stuck in a bear trap, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you regularly drive around to look for deer when there are plenty of deer in your own backyard, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you bought your first vehicle because it was a good runner or because it had cold air, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you know turtles, root beer floats, and ice cream sandwiches are a delicacy, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever been to the Indian Fort, you you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever driven a loaner car with no radio, no shocks, or no brakes, you might be Herman's grandchild. If your grandfather has ever sent people to buy rocks from your rock stand, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've driven a vehicle before the age of 13, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever sprinted through Grandma's house because you saw Pa open the top cover, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever put on tennis shoes before going for a ride because you knew you do more walking than riding, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you've ever looked into the stands and seen your grandfather at every game, you might be Herman's grandchild. If you have a grandfather who has shared in all of your important milestones, who has given you the opportunity to go to college, and who has found extreme joy in your happiness, you might be Herman's grandchild. And if you have a grandfather who has loved you in so many ways that you most likely have not noticed them all, then you are Herman's grandchild. I'll tell you what, it was tough being a girl, growing up in this family. There was a lot of testosterone and a lot of competition. And all of our brothers, they were always the best looking, and they were always the smartest, and they were always the strongest, and they were always the most athletic. And it was tough being a female. So when I had sons of my own, I was really proud of the fact that they were smart, they were good looking, they were strong, and they were athletic. And I did my brothers one better. My sons can sing. And Luke wrote a special song just for excellence, and I'd like y'all to listen to that now.
I'm not sure if everyone's going to be able to hear me. I just got over a cold and this is really loud. So, but yeah, I wrote this like back in Easter around-ish. And I don't know, I was thinking about either staying at home and being, or coming up and seeing the fam. But, you know, I just thought about it and then it's just like, I got so many memories and stuff. So I just went up to my room, pulled out the guitar, and I just started writing. And that's what I came up with like an hour later. So I made a couple revisions. It's, you know, it's okay. If you guys like it. And I'll try and sing as loud as possible, but we'll see what happens.
wouldn't believe. My arm is cramped like you wouldn't believe. I don't think I can move it right now. I got it. But I got it. Maybe when he's done.
Well, there weren't very many grandchildren that were ever brave enough to actually go with Herman and stay at dirty jobs. So when I needed another grandchild, I figured the only one brave enough to stand up here and make fun of him would be Kurt. Kurt, babe.
I'm just giving you a break.
We ready? Wow, Dave. This Hog Wild Party sure is a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm a little disappointed. When I heard we're having a Hog Wild Party, I just assumed my mom had pissed off Dad. You know, maybe did something like made Dad actually say what type of beer he wanted when he ordered a beer. And so I just assumed Dad was going to buy this place and run pigs in it. But Kurt and I were asked to talk about Dad a little bit, and it's kind of tough to come up with some things to say. We got a ton of stories about Dad, but the format is saying that, you know, somebody that was always good at this type of stuff was Pat, and so I decided that we would approach it the way Pat would. I think back to some of the baseball banquets, some of the talks Pat did. So anyways, that's how we're going to approach it. We got a lot of unique stories about Dad, and I'm sure we all have a lot. But I think one thing the grandchildren that will always, they always have to tell me about. Think about all those Sunday morning rides that you guys went on.
They were a lot of fun, but I'd like to think of those more as Sunday morning walks. We spent a lot more time walking home than we did actually riding in the car. Mentioned earlier about the 1952 Escort that could go anywhere a four-wheel drive could go. Well, Grandpa surely tried it. And if we didn't get stuck, we probably ran out of gas. But I know for a fact that Halo wouldn't let her two sons wear their good shoes whenever they went for a ride with Bob, in fear they might get wrecked a little bit. But one thing positive, he always would make up for it by giving you some candy whenever you got home.
I know about candy. A couple weekends ago, Kayla and Cal spent the weekend with Mom and Dad, and after they come home, Cal thought it would be fine to have Snickers for supper. Kayla asked for just anything without peanuts for supper.
Both you and my father have talked about watching Grandpa deer hunting, watching him shoot several deer with that 284. That's so famous.
Yeah, those are great times. I'll always remember those cool September nights. Speaking about your activities, you know those trips to Canada that we've taken with Dad have really been good. How about that one time we went up there, we probably could have caught a lot more fish. We spent a lot of time changing tires. Dad made us take an Escort with 4 ball tires and a flat spare to start out with. Anyway, we were up. We were kind of in the middle of nowhere, and we had our first flat tire. At first it was frustrating, but then I actually thought this is pretty nice. You know, I sat there on the hood of the car, sipping a beer, and really thought how great it is. I had a grandfather teaching a grandson how to change tires. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad that was so special for you, Dave. I didn't mind changing the tire the first time. I got a little sick of the 5th flat today, so that got to be a little bit much. What kind of did it for me is when we backed our Escort, we backed down the boat landing with our boat, and the back tires of the Escort got in the water a little bit. You can see the bubbles coming out of the water. That was a little bit much. How about that Star Motel had to find out for us that he was going to pay for?
Yeah, Dad told us all the way up on the Star Motel. We're pretty excited about this. Sounds like a pretty nice place. And we found out that the Star Hotel meant that you lay on the ground under the stars.
It was awful cold. It was so cold that I had frost inside of my sleeping bag.
Good sleeping bag? Dan's always been incredibly generous, but possibly the most generous act, I think everybody probably has to agree, is paying for all of your copies.
I agree it was generous, but I think I got cheated. He only paid for half of mine.
You paid for years?
No, he paid for 4, but it takes 8. That's hardly.
Never seen a doctor.
One thing we can all agree on is what incredible influence he's had in Texas baseball. He's taught us so much about the game.
Dad has talked a lot about baseball, and what I really appreciate is he not only taught us a lot about baseball, but how to combine it with another favorite sport, boxing. I think we all agree that Dad is a very true businessman. I mean, he really knows the value of dollars.
Yes, but it's $1945. Speaking of money, Bob's really been making a lot of money up there gambling at the LCO casino. He's doing really well.
Well, part of it, I think Dad's got a lot of experience gambling with those Indians. Every time he sold a car to one of the Indians, it was a gamble. Yeah. Speaking of cars, I couldn't help but notice you drove a great big SUV. Take over by that Durango you drove down here?
No, it's a Cherokee, and it's not nearly as large as your excursion day. One thing.
Back to the script, we got out. I give props. I had a shot. I had a chance to take a shot at him there, so I did. So, but it must have been weird for you buying that from somebody else and you don't buying it from your dad.
It was very weird, but the thing that got me most is when I was talking to the guy, he was going to sell me this vehicle, and he kept telling me about cold air, and I got in, and I was surprised to see the cold air actually came out of the air conditioning instead of pulling up through the floorboards. It also, it didn't burn any oil like one of Grandpa's cars, but it didn't leak any either. That's all we have.
That's it.
Got my beer on. Should be good now. Okay.
Most of us are here tonight because we either, one, were lucky enough to be born in the family, or two, married into it. But somebody here actually had a choice and wanted to be part of our family. And he truly is. Joe?
Congratulations, Herman. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here. First of all, before I start, I want to congratulate Jay and Tiffany, who have won the hopper. I'm just kidding. I got a call a week ago from my baby sister, Halo, asking if I'd give a little talk on baseball, and I said, I'd be honored. So I called her back maybe 2 days later and said, I have an hour and 15-minute speech I'm going to give on rotational and linear hitting in comparison, which would really be a comparison between Herman Gerber and Ted Williams. And Hale said, oh, well, an hour and a half or an hour 15 is a little long. Can you cut that down to about a minute and a half? And I said, oh, okay. So anyway, my baseball memories of Herman go like this. The years he played baseball, he was very competitive, very enthusiastic, very unselfish, very team focused. This is something I've hoped and have seen happen. It's gone down all the way through his kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids, and I hope it continues forever. He started playing sometime in the mid-40s, and in the late 50s, I came into the picture. I came into the scene about 12 years later, and all of a sudden, I'm playing with Herman Gerber, who already was a legend. And I played for about 12 years. I retired, and Herman played for another 25. Well, his idea of fun was very unique. Win today and come back and play again tomorrow. But if you lose today, come back and play tomorrow anyway. I mean, to me, that's the epitome of competition and enthusiasm and fun, and that's what baseball is all about. Herman was good at baseball. In fact, you could go a step higher than that. He was truly one of the great ones, one of the great baseball players from the northern Wisconsin area. He was also an excellent salesman, great at selling cars. He was also great, as we've already alluded to, shooting deer. Those were the three things that he probably could excel at far and beyond anybody else in this room. His legacy for generations to come is going to be his competition and his enthusiasm. I followed Herman's kids throughout their career, Gary all the way through David. I followed the grandkids, which was Gary's kids, all the way down through Rick's. Dave's are still coming. And now, the next generation is just around the corner. What a blessing. That's basically my conclusion. However, I have my favorite Herman story. And I tell this at any baseball banquet that I ever go to that Herman's involved. And it happened back in about 1959. Exlin was tied with someone, don't know who it was, and Don Poppy had been pitching. And Don Poppy, who was competitive, just like Herman was basically tired as a pitcher. And he said from the dugout and screamed it, he said, "Gerber, get on base. I don't care how, just get on base. If you can get a base hit, great. If you draw a walk, great. If you have to get hit by a pitch, great. But get on base." Herman, first or second pitch, crowded the plate, got hit in the lead arm and the right elbow. Got on first base, second pitch, he stole second. My eyes got about this big around because I was following him in the batting order. I got up to bat. Here's my chance. I can be a hero. On the next three pitches, I struck out. The next guy up was Bob Salmon. Hit a ground ball single up the middle. Herman scores from second, and we win. That, to me, was the competition level, the competitiveness, and that was the enthusiasm that has been illustrated all these years by Herman Gerber. And that's the same enthusiasm that I've seen in his kids, his grandkids, and like I said, hopefully the next generation. I have one little story I'd like to say about Lois. Pretty important person in the wheel of the Gerber family. My favorite memory, I guess you might call it. It wasn't that long ago. In fact, it was last weekend. I heard a rumor that Marta was cooking spaghetti, so I busted in on the house like I have for a number of years. And I said to Lois, "Well, Lois, did you get involved in the 50s party last night?" And she said, "No, I should have gone. I thought about it, but I didn't." And I said, "Well, why?" And she said, "Well, my memories of the 50s are a little bit unique. I was pregnant in 1950. I was pregnant in 1953. I was pregnant in 1955. I was pregnant in 1958. And I was pregnant in 1959, even though Rick was born in February." God bless you.
Story that I didn't tell you is that Dad says Martin and I are the best
asked for. God knew that life would be better if we had others around us. So he gave us lifelong friends and picking up and putting us in his family. As we look back over the years and all of the good times and experiences that we've had as a family, I think it is due to the support and love our parents have given us. We were taught to always be proud of where we came from and who we were. Many people think that coming from a large family doesn't mean much, but I feel that in our family it means everything. We always have someone there to support us in the good times and the bad times. And we've had some bad times, with losing a little girl that we never got to know, and losing a brother that had humor unmatched. However, we know that they will always hold special places in our hearts and never truly be gone. The good times are too numerous to mention, and if we asked, everyone here would have a different story to tell as to what meant the most to them. What a wonderful way to go through life, knowing that you can call on any one of your brothers, sisters, nieces, cousins, nephews, and all their spouses to encourage you along the way, and know that they will be there without question and share your hopes and your dreams. A parent's ultimate goal is to prepare their children for a successful life in whatever they do. I feel that Dad and Mom have definitely accomplished that goal. They are there for us and our spouses and children. I think we all owe them a huge thank you, and now would be the time to stand and give them a round of applause.
Okay, I just want to make a couple comments in closing. First of all, I want to tell you a week from Tuesday to vote. Yes.
Right way?
Yeah. My brother Pat. Oh, I know what I'm for. And secondly, brother Pat. And secondly, I want to share with you an analogy that my brother Jim told me just last week, and it really hit home to me. Baseball has always really been an important part of our family. It's part of who we are, it's part of who we'll always be. And when we all look at our lives, we can look at it and say, we ran home, we scored the run, we succeeded. I think what we always need to keep in mind though, is that in this game, the game of our life, Mom and Dad were on the field with us, they were playing with us, and they were working with us. We started out on third. Mom and Dad got us on third. We didn't hit the home run, we just had to run home. We have to thank Mom and Dad for that.
And now's the portion of my part of the night. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be doing interviews for the next 23 minutes, because then the battery's going to die. Right here, I'm with our hostess. Hello, what do you got to say?
Welcome, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah, I'm not going to let her get away that easily.
Push Cheney 04.
There you go, there you go, there you go. Good work.
Dave has to tell you something.
And now we got Amber. Amber, what do you want to say to the camera?
You stopped in here at the bar. You walked in and Mark said, "Why the
I like it because I fell for it. I wanted to
And here's my little brother Luke. Luke did a little song tonight.
He had the gaping hole.
Gaping hole. We want to see the gaping hole? Yeah, that's a pretty good gaping hole. But you know what? Mine's bigger.
Let me see that.
Now, Shannon really wants to see the gaping hole, but we're in the middle of an interview, so she'll have to go away. How would you rate your performance today, Luke?
I'd say it's pretty good. I'd give it something A minus.
A minus?
A minus, 9 out of 10.
What went wrong there? Why not an A?
The noise level. There's a lot of noise.
There was a lot of background noise. I thought you accommodated very well, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Did you enjoy it?
I did. It got a little long, not because the song was bad or anything, just because it was really hard focusing in with the camera.
I understand.
even better though, I got some really cool like pan-out shots of you. You're gonna have to see this tape. It's gonna be pretty cool. Pan out. Like I zoomed in on your hands when you're doing some stuff. I got crowd reactions. I got people just being captivated by it. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you for interviewing me. I'll see you later.
All right. Ryan wants some attention. Ryan, what are you gonna say?
Not much.
Ryan, dead air right now. Dead air. Gotta say something.
Hi.
Vote push. Say vote push.
Look at
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's go find another person to harass. Do we want? No, Lindsay's ignoring me. We won't bother her. John took over for the camera for a little bit. What do you got to say about that, John?
It was a real pleasure.
Cool. I'm good to hear that. Yeah. John's running away now. Yeah, I'm fairly scary. Brian! Yeah. What do you got? Oh, wait, we're zoomed in really close. This is nice. Oh, that's good enough. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. That's myself.
Really, really good. I'm playing with the camera. It couldn't get much better.
I see that.
Okay, we got Jay here. Jay was the butt end of a little joke here. It was. Hope you didn't take it too personally. No. Ooh, that's nice. You flip the thing so we can see what we're talking about right now. Now, I see you didn't get the memo, on, no jeans.
I did, no. There's a memo?
Don't worry about that. Me, myself, though, oh yeah, I'm even wearing a tie. I'm that good.
Or was he teasing?
That's Todd, that's his same joke every time you see Joe.
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm backed up to my old tricks. Here is Pa, and Todd's also here. Pa, of course, was the guest of honor tonight. What'd you think of tonight? Everything go well?
Yes.
Too close. There you go. There we go. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with the video camera backwards. I don't think both sides. So, you like the presentation? You like the presentations? Very well. Awesome. What's your favorite part? What was your favorite part?
Taking part?
Oh, your favorite part of the All good? All good. Yeah. We got it all on tape though, so you can watch it plenty times. By the way, I like this. As you can see, both Pa and I are dressed up. Most other people aren't. Hey, anything you want to say?
No.
All right.
I was surprised. I didn't think there was going to be near as much said about me.
Well, apparently you're a popular person here.
Trying to get by with what I could.
Yep. All right. He's the new one here. What do you think of tonight? How'd it go? Pretty good? You realize you're getting a little red. Is that a problem? A little embarrassed or anything?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. You like his song? By the way, Luke's also here. You like the song? You good? Had you heard it before? Had you practiced or? You did?
He plays with me all the time.
Really? That song? Or just in general?
Just that song.
Wow. Pretty special. Yeah. This is Shani, and that's her ear. Shani, and that's her nose. And there's her face. Whatever. And that is Jacob. Tim, I see you have a... Wonder what he's gonna do when he gets to college. What do you think of tonight, Tim?
I'm thinking I like Luke's purse he had earlier.
His purse? What about the jacket? Now, I don't mean to say anything, but he certainly didn't get that jacket off the men's rack at the store.
I think he's switched sides on us here.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He wised up about
He's got a
halfway.
girlfriend though to sort of cover up.
I think it's just a, what do you call it? A front. I think it's a front.
Yeah.
I noticed he did, one ray of hope we do have though is he did go out and hide the jacket in the car because he was so embarrassed.
That's true.
So at least he realizes that he was wearing a girl's jacket.
It's halfway out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now the camera's on. This is Cheryl. Cheryl drinks Bud Light.
No.
Beer brewed with rice. What?
Cindy, drinks Miller Lite.
Cool. Yeah.
I went to the-
MTD would be the best beer, but we won't care.
And they gave me free beer. Hi.
So Cheryl, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I
What
want to
did
go
you
talk
think
to
of
this lady. What? I had a really good time tonight, but
good to
I
hear.
always do.
So I'm not bothering you or anything, am
Not
I?
at all. You didn't break a nail hole and all that stuff.
Hi Amber, what you doing? No, that's me.
Family addresses.
Woohoo! I get to call people. I know what everything is. For everyone who didn't know, that's my address.
I just want to wave. Can I just wave?
There's Shannon. There's Shannon's ear. Shannon's hand. Her nose. Oh my God! Look at those teeth. Shannon. And that's her eye. All right. Apparently Josie, the newcomer, didn't get enough attention last time, so I gotta put the camera on her again. Huh.
I don't think it's working. Rico, yeah.
I can't see anything. Whoa. Here's Marna. Marna, how did tonight go?
I thought it went extremely well.
That's good to hear. I really liked your speech at the end. How would you rate it? Good?
Oh, a 10. 10?
10? 10? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, me too.
What was your favorite part of the night? Obviously, besides your part, because, well, that was just amazing.
Yeah, I think it was all good.
All good? No real favorite part?
No.
That's Neil's eyeball. And I'm back after a battery change. Unfortunately, I'm getting, well, people are getting sick of me, so I'm going to pass the camera off to someone else and have them do some talking. Luke didn't know how to work the camera. I tossed it off to him, but apparently he's confused.
Well, who do I give it to?
What?
I want to get rid of it. Who do I give it to? Whose is it?
Find someone to give it to.
Who owns it?
Didn't Batty.
Okay.